Greetings, I'm Doc V. Today, I would like to talk with you about the top of the mountain, the battle on the top of the mountain. In past episodes, we've talked about struggling through physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging, self-esteem, and self-actualization. And some of us are under the impression that once we reach the top, we've arrived and we can help those that are struggling. We can do workshops for those that need some help and need some instruction. And we can stick our chest out and we can say, look what we've obtained. Look where we are. And some of those that have gotten to the crest of the mountain dropped their guard, and all of a sudden, were wiped off the mountain, blown off the mountain with not enough time and not enough resources to begin their climb back up again. They're gone. What knocked them off the mountain and what destroyed them? Not being aware of their surroundings, not being sensitive to the political environment and the political arena, and running their mouth at the wrong place and the wrong time. Gone. Let's talk about the 3 areas that will put you out of a job and destroy your name and blacklist you from areas that could bring you financial success and esteem and self-actualization. Got them here for you. Misogyny, speaking against or making hateful comments toward women. Homophobic comments, that means that you have a hatred or you speak negatively against gays and homosexuals. And lastly, anti-Semitic comments. Anti-Semitic comments are comments against Jews. Any one of those 3, wrong place, wrong time, you're at the top of the mountain, you can get wiped out. Example, Claudine Gay. Claudine Gay is a Harvard professor, or she was a Harvard professor. She made anti-Semitic comments, and people were upset with her. They began checking her work, checking her scholarly writings, and they found some areas of plagiarism. They found some areas where she didn't properly cite her references, and they jumped on her. They jumped her about the legitimacy of her publications, and they jumped on her about her anti-Semitic comments. She was forced to resign. Has that happened in the past and with other prominent people in our community? Yes, it has. Racial comments, it caused cancellation of TV shows. Racist posts cause people to be fired or pulled off the air. The use of the N-word forced people to have to resign. Racist tweets cause people to lose their job or be forced to resign. So once one makes it to the crest of the mountaintop, that is not time to drop your guard and just to sit down and just rest and relax and say, well, look what I've done. Because the enemy is continually trying to destroy us, you, we, all people, and pull you off the mountain and ruin your name before people that once looked up to you. There are spiritual leaders, spiritual icons in the church community that recently have been attacked their character just attacked and dragged down. All the wonderful things that the people did do, the money that they gave, the prayers that they made, people seem to forget that. And then when they see one of our brothers or sisters in a fault, they want to jump on them and stomp them. There's something wrong with that. In the scriptures, Jesus said, "He that is without sin, cast the first stone." In other words, if you haven't done anything, if you hadn't lied to anybody, if you hadn't done any undercover things that you wouldn't want your mama or your friends or your wife or husband to know about, then yeah, you go on and you shoot the bullets, plant the bombs, shoot them down. When Jesus said that to those that were getting ready to stone the woman that was caught in adultery, and he said, "He that is without sin cast the first stone," they all bobbed their head down, dropped the stone, turned around and started doing that swamp thing walk out of there. Some of us are just as guilty to point the finger. Where if the preacher could bring a scanner in and scan your brain and scan all the thoughts and the devious things that you thought and the things that you wanted to do or the things that you did, you would pack and move out of town. In summary, there's a battle at the top of the mountain. There's a battle at all levels of the mountain. Sometimes you're going to slip from level 3, you're going to go back down to the base level. Sometimes you're going to be at the top level and you're going to be up there for a while, then you're going to drop their guards and they get relaxed and they slip up. And they make an anti-Semitic comment, or they make a homophobic comment. And what happens? Someone says, "You got to go. You're out of here." And the powers that be, they can get you out. If they want to move you out, they can get you out. There's only one man that I can think of that has so much power and influence that he can make these anti-Semitic comments, homophobic comments, and talk about people and bring people down and shoot darts at people and still is holding on to the top of the mountain. But there's a scripture that says pride comes before destruction. And I believe the word is true. And I believe it's a matter of time for this great political figure to face the consequences of his actions. I won't mention the name right now. Some of you have already figured it out, and let's move on. So in summary, watch your mouth. I'm Doc V. I've been guilty of speaking too soon, or talking too late, and saying the wrong thing. I've suffered some consequences for this. But myself and those that are listening, we can gain knowledge from this experience. Remember, there's a battle at the top. We must watch our mouths. I'm Doc V. I'll see you next time. It's not quite time to stop yet. So Mrs. Moody, let's cut that Doc V and let's continue on. Claudine Gay was a Harvard professor. She was good. To be a black woman at Harvard and a professor, you had to be twice as good, and she was. However, she made an error. She made a mistake. She made anti-Semitic comments. Is she the first person that has been in a powerful position that made anti-Semitic comments? No, she was not. But because of the political arena or the political climate at that time, she was targeted. They went and started researching and looking up her dissertations, her scholarly writings, and they found where she had plagiarized. Plagiarize is when you create a scholarly writing and you quote something or you present a concept that someone already presented earlier. Well, you must give them credit by citing that comment and providing a reference for that comment. She failed to do that. She failed to do that. And she tried to have a rebuttal. She tried to come back, but her comeback was not sufficient. And she was forced to resign. Some of you remember NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Excellent, skilled athlete. But he chose to take a knee in protest to the racial injustice, that had been going on in the black community. And because of his protest, because of his method of protesting, he can no longer obtain a contract. One of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, he can't play because he was blacklisted. There are several examples that I could mention, but I must be careful with names. There are people over the last 10, 15, 20 years that were prominent blacks, prominent Italians, prominent people of all races that made a comment to a powerful group, a powerful, influential group. The gays have a powerful unit, a powerful, influential unit that politically can make a shift or cause a shift to where money goes. The Jews have a powerful influence, and their response or their attitude can cause a shift to where money comes or where money goes. Women have a powerful influence on how money comes in or how money goes out. If you speak against any one of these groups and they decide or they threaten to remove their support for a great entity or a great institution or a great machine that is based on votes and based on money, you're out of there. You're expendable. You're going to have to take one for the team. No one can read your mind and control what you think, but you can control what you speak out into the atmosphere. And these words that you speak out can turn your whole life around to the negative. You must be careful what you say. There will continually be a battle up and down the mountain top. Even when you self-actualize and you arrive at the top, there is still a battle that's going to ensue at the top. You must stay alert. You must stay diligent and vigilant, because attacks will come. Provoking comments will come to cause you to spew out something against one of these groups. And you'll be wiped out of there. It'll be over with. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Watch your words. Watch who you hang around, and watch who you share your secrets with, and watch who you trust. I'm Doc V. I'm Doc V, and I'll see you next time.